Good afternoon and welcome to DelfinGroup Investor Webinar about the bonds public offering. The webinar will be hosted by DelfinGroup Chairman of the Management Board, Didzis Ādmīdiņš, and Member of the Management Board, Aldis Umblejs. We will start with company's presentation and continue with live Q&A session. To join the discussion, please submit your questions through Q&A window below the presentation. Also, reminder from the DelfinGroup that this presentation is not investment advice or recommendation. Didzis, Aldi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marta. Hello, everybody. Hello, our investors, our shareholders, and future investors. I'm Didzis Ādmīdiņš, Chairman of Management Board, and today there is also Aldis Umblejs, Member of Management Board.
Hi.
Yes, as Marta said about disclaimer, please read the prospectus. There is all the information, but we will give the very briefly information and also answer to your questions. About today's agenda, first of all, as this is not like a quarterly report or annual report presentation, we will not go so much into details about results and about company, but I will tell very briefly about the company for new investors who maybe don't know us so good. And later, Aldis will also present information about our financials. But the main thing for today is to answer to investor questions, and we will be we are very welcome for you to submit those questions. We will answer them and have a discussion about that. So, first of all, about why we are here and about this offering. We are in the process of a subscription of our bonds. Actually, this is like first public bond offering for DelfinGroup. Although this is like already 13 bond issues. I guess maybe we are the most active bond issuers in Baltic region. So 15 million, annual interest rate 10%. And what's interesting for like bond investors, that we are paying out coupon every month. We don't see that so often in this region, but yes, for this bond offering, you will get like coupon payment every month, and you can start invest already from 100 euros until September 16. But take into account that this September 16 is the last day of subscription, and better to do it maybe till 13, because this last day it's only like not full day, but till 15 or 16 p.m. So let's go further, and I will tell very briefly for new investors about our company. So we are a fintech company from Latvia with headquarters in Riga. We have like three main business lines and three main like revenue streams. One is consumer lending, pawn lending, and retail pre-owned goods. I will tell about that a bit later. We are a listed company since 2021. We are listed in Baltic Stock Exchange. We are one of three companies from Latvia in main list in the Baltic Stock Exchange. So we are like offering our products. So we are different channels, and for example, like branch network, online store, mobile app, and the brands with which we are operating are Banknote and Vizia. Actually, there is also like third brand, Riga City Pawn Shop, which is for one of our branches, which is actually the oldest pawn shop in Baltic region. And nowadays we are operating in Latvia and in Lithuania, so we're quite diversified revenue streams and also like channels how we make acquisition of our clients. So about those three business lines. First of all, I will start with consumer lending. Actually, this is like we could say like backbone of our like business and corresponds to like 74% of our revenue stream. And those are basically installment loans up to 5 years and up to 10,000 euros. and they are available in our branches and also in online and in our mobile app. Then there is like pawn lending business line, which is a loan against collateral. And as collateral, there is like gold, jewelry. That's one big part, and the other big part is electronics, sport equipment, power tools, tablets, laptops, and things like that. Actually, there is like this is one help, and basically from point of, if you look from Ishan's point of view, it's like half and half. And then there is the third business line is retail pre-owned goods. So we are selling the pre-owned goods and we are extending the life cycle of those goods. And we have like three main sources how we get those items. One is from pawn loan, when the clients didn't fulfill their obligations to pay back loan, we are selling the pledge. And then there is a source when we buy those items directly from our customers. And for example, if you have like all the laptop, you can sell to us and we will like check it. If needed, we will do some repairs and we will sell. And what's important, we will give also like guarantee for this laptop. And the third source is when we buy those items, for example, from internet shops and then sell in our internet shop. So, and the beautiful part there is that we can combine all those three business lines and to get like very good synergy out of that, because we need like good, because we have like good internet shop, good branch network with good coverage across Latvia. We can like very easily to sell those items from pawn loan. And also, for example, there is synergy that we are like issuing so-called buy now, pay later loans to purchase when clients buy from us. So let's go further. I will touch a bit also the topic about how we are operating, not so much only about business, but how about administration of business for us, and also like for bond investors, for shareholders. It's very important that we have high corporate governance standards. That's actually the topic in which we are focusing a lot. And we have like a real like supervisory board, management board, like two-tier management system, and which operates very good. And we are like quite confident that it's one of the best in this region. Actually, also one important thing is also like innovations and digitalization. For example, we are quite focused to like work with innovations in every of our business lines. For example, last year was quite active on that. We were like launched the virtual credit card, the digital pawn shop, also new internet shop. Things like that will boost like revenue in the future. And also, I want to touch topic about accessibility, because we have like wide branch network, and we are accessible by our wide branch network, and also like via our mobile app or via our online source. So let's go further about this accessibility topic. We have more than almost, I could say, almost 100 branches across Latvia and Lithuania. We have, if you look at Latvia, we have like branches almost in every like livable area where is like 4,000 to 5,000 inhabitants. Also, like in small towns like Aispute, Krāslava, and towns like that. And also but in Lithuania, we are only like now in Vilnius, where we have 7 branches. And for example, look at in Riga, we have 40, but in Vilnius now we have only like 7. And the cities is quite comparable in terms of inhabitants. So there is good upside potential. Also, I want to point out that we are like developing our branch network not only in terms of new branches, but also in terms of how we are about like how we are developing branches itself. For example, we are testing new concepts like Banknote XL. In 2023, we opened the first Banknote XL concept in Riga. And now just like this summer, we opened two new Banknote XL branches, one in Rezekne and one in Daugavpils. And actually, those concepts are working quite good. And actually, what we are doing is that we are extending the shelf meters in our branches, so we can sell more in our branches. There is like historic timeline of our development of our company, and this like green line is development of net credit portfolio of our company. And as you see, that at the beginning there was like quite moderate development, and then there is a rapid growth after 2021 when we had our IPO. And I want to say that growth was not only because of IPO, but because of we managed to acquire more and more like professional management for our company, and that allowed us to like grow faster. And also, of course, there is like the important part is this like additional funds for our company. But also, I want to stress out 2013 when we had our first bond issue. Now we already have 12 of them, and this is 13. And of course, 2021, our IPO. So let's go further, and I will touch a topic about the performance of each business line, and later about also like geography. So consumer loans, this is like, as I said, 74% of our revenue stream, and I could say like backbone of our business, and it's very important segment for our company. And we have like already almost 93 million euro in our credit portfolio, and those are basically installment loans from 3 to 5 years, and it's like developing very good. And you see that every corresponding year we have like a significant increase in our credit portfolio. So we have also like special client segments. For example, we have so-called senior client loan, which is like for persons older than 60 years. So about pawn loans, so loans against collateral, those also is like a very important business line for us, corresponds for about 16% of our revenue stream. And we have good developments recent years. The 2021 was not so good, but that's basically because of this COVID-19, where there was shutdowns of physical branches. So, but later we have very good improvements. But about this segment, I could say that it will not like develop such so fast as consumer loans, because also if you look at industry credit portfolio, it's quite stable for a long period. But we see that we can like increase our market share and also like portfolio but not so much as in consumer loan segment. So, and retail pre-owned goods. So yes, as I already mentioned, we are selling like a small part of this is new items, like also like mobile phone accessories and new jewelry. But the largest part is pre-owned goods, and all the goods which we are selling is like checked. We give guarantee for all those items. For example, jewelry which we are selling, all jewelry is from our workshop, and it's polished and it looks actually as new, I could say. And we have very good development if we compare like with previous year, and we are increasing our sales in physical branches and also in online store. And I'm very happy about this development in online store. For example, if we compare 2023 to 2022, we not almost, but more than doubled the sales in our internet shop. And if we compare like first half to second half of first half to first half of 2023, we had almost also more than 60% increase in our internet shop. And I see that in the future, this segment will develop very good, and we can like maybe we'll see like very large numbers of increase in revenue streams from this segment. And we have also like this internet shop in Latvia and similar shop in Lithuania. So about industry and how our portfolios look against industry and what we can see there. For example, about consumer loans, and we'll start about that. You see that in 2018 we have less than 5% of market share, and now it's more than 15, almost 16%. And I trust that end of this year we will increase our market share even more. And you see that also like industry itself is growing very good. And my projections is that industry will continue to grow, because if we compare, for example, this consumer loan industry portfolio to like, for example, GDP or other country consumer loan portfolios, it's quite small. And my projection is that it will increase to grow, and also we can increase our market share. If you look at pawn loan industry data, then we see that our market share is more than 50%. Altogether, there is like 4 market participants in which operates in Latvia in pawn loan industry, and we have like yes more than 50%. But if we look at issuance point of view, that then we have almost 60%, 57% of all loans which are issued in industry is from DelfinGroup. So we are like absolute market leaders for pawn loan industry, and significant like also like industry leaders in consumer loan segment. So, and about the current situation in Lithuania and what is the opportunities here. So first, we started this operations in Lithuania in 2023. In December, we opened 5 branches, and now we have 7 branches. And in Lithuania, we are operating only with pawn loan and with retail and with internet shop. So, but as I said, in Latvia, for example, 74% of our revenue comes from consumer loans. So we look we see that there is like opportunities, big opportunities in Lithuania with consumer loans, and we already have license, and we plan to launch consumer loan in Lithuania very soon. And from next year we will also like open data about like how our credit portfolio data looks in Lithuania. But at the moment it's quite small, because it's only like pawn loans, and as you see in Latvia, pawn loan portfolio share is less than 10%, although it corresponds about 16% of our revenue. So I will give screen to Aldis, and Aldis will explain about our financials and about this bond offering.
Yeah, thanks, Deidzi. I will be jumping in and start with more details about our revenue diversification. So yes, in overall, our revenue streams are well diversified across 3 products, being consumers loans, pawn loans, and retail of pre-owned goods. The consumer loans under Banknote and Visa brand contribute the most significant share of the revenues, a total of 74%. Pawn loans follow second with 16%, and retail closes with 10%. Although the pawn loan wise, the portfolio accounts only 8% of our total net loan portfolio, they are able to generate revenues 2 times the portfolio. As such, pawn loans are considered our most profitable lending product. Our financial growth during the last 4 years period has been kind of impressive, already starting from 2020, but especially in 2021, following the IPO, DelfinGroup has reached a record high revenue and loan portfolio amount. Our net loan portfolio has grew 2.5 times comparing 2020 versus 2023, and almost 3 times at the end of first half of this year. In addition, end of June this year, we, for the very first time, surpassed the 1 million net loan portfolio, both for consumer and pawn loans, and that marks an important milestone for our company. During the same 4-year period, we were also able to increase our revenues 2 times, and last year we grossed in total 50.4 million euros, and are on a good trajectory to surpass this number also for the 2024. Both the increase in the net loan portfolio as well as revenues has also positively contributed to our profits, as we have managed to achieve 8.3 million profit before tax for the last year, a 1.6 times increase compared to 2020. And for the 6-month period in this year, our profits rose approximately 15% compared to the same period of the last year. Yeah, moving forward, then I will be discussing in a little bit detail our financial ratios, and starting with EBITDA. We have doubled this ratio over the last 4-year period, but in the same time, we have also managed to have a stable EBITDA margin around 37%. Our net profits have grown as well, increasing following the IPO in 2021, with the net profit margin on average being around 17%, except for the last year as well as for this year. But that's being the reason because of the changes of corporate income tax law that were adopted at the end of last year. As a result, the corporate income tax is payable on all our profits, not just distributed profits as it was before. As for the capitalization, our aim is to ensure sufficient capitalization levels to the benefit of our lenders. And for now, we have a healthy margin above the minimum requirement of 25%. Also, not only we are able to generate income, but we are also able to manage our costs effectively, as you can observe from the cost to income ratio, whereby the trend of that graph is downwards going as it should be, and you can see that we are managing to decrease costs year by year. And to finish with the interest coverage ratio, that is above the required levels of 1.5, and although it has decreased at the end of 2023, the reason for that being the change in the monetary policy of ECB. As a result, the Euribor rates increased significantly during the year. As such, our funding cost increase. However, following the easing of the ECB monetary policy that has started already this year, we expect the financing cost to decrease. As such, that will also have a positive effect on the ICR ratio, as well as on our overall profitability. When we consider the loan portfolio quality, then our aim is to have a high quality loan portfolio that is supported by data-driven scoring models, as well as experienced in-house collection teams. And to ensure the low level of non-performing loans with the effective recovery strategies that we are applying. As such, we have managed to ensure that over the last 4 years, the percentage of the non-performing loans is above 85%. That's considered good for the industry, and also the ratio for the non-performing loans versus the net loan portfolio has been steadily decreasing and has reached an overall low at 0.3%. We have a well-diversified capital structure comprising both of our own funds in the form of equity as well as of various interest-bearing debts such as bonds, bank loans, and peer-to-peer funding. Bond funding has been an integral part in our growth with a strong track record of 12 bond issues since 2023, out of which 7 have been fully repaid. And the history of our bond repayment underscores our reliability as a good bond issuer. When diving deeper in the funding, then yes, we have diversified the mix of unsecured bonds, including subordinated bonds, bank loans, and peer-to-peer investments. And the bonds currently account of 54% of our total borrowings, reflecting our strategic use of debt to fuel growth and in the same time managing risks. The maturities of our interest-bearing liabilities are distributed throughout a 5-year period, as you can see from the liabilities maturities graph. As such, we are able to roll over maturities at their end without any significant maturity at all. Also, going forward, we aim to approach the way that we are issuing bonds regularly to refinance maturing liabilities and to ensure funding for future growth. So by summarizing the most important information that's already been discovered and also I mentioned during my presentation, I would like to emphasize 6 key aspects worth considering when investing with DelfinGroup. First, we have a proven track record of 12 bond issues, out of which 7 have been successfully repaid. Second, the DelfinGroup has a professional management team and good corporate governance. Third, we have a diversified product portfolio consisting both of lending and retail products. Fourth, DelfinGroup has a strong financial standing and has been profitable ever since the company was established. Fifth, we have a high-quality loan portfolio as indicated by the low number of NPLs, as well as the good portfolio aging structure. And lastly, DelfinGroup has a diversified funding structure that's spread between 4 different sources. And to conclude our presentation, I would like to highlight the key terms and key dates of our bond offering. During this offering, we are presenting the possibility to investors in the Baltic countries to invest in our 15 million unsecured bond with a maturity of 4 years. The bond has a coupon payment of 10%, which is paid on a monthly basis. The bond has a nominal of 100 euros, so the offering is accessible to a wide audience. And the proceeds from this bond will be used to refinance existing interest-bearing liabilities. The bonds have the following financial covenants. To have a capitalization ratio of at least 20%, to have an interest coverage ratio of at least 1.5, and to have a ratio of unencumbered assets versus unsecured interest-bearing debt at least 1.2 times. The offering of the bond started this Monday on September 2nd and will last till September 16th. That's a Monday as well. And although I would advise not to leave the subscription till the end of the last day, as this will be just a half day. And following summarizing all of the results, the bond is expected to be listed on the Nasdaq Riga Baltic bond list within 1 week after the placement. Orders for the bond can be placed through all the major banks in Baltics, and the instructions how to do it can be obtained either by the banks themselves or can be found on our website, DelfinGroup LV. So I encourage everyone to take part in this exciting offer and to be part of DelfinGroup's success. Yes, and for now, we are ready to answer your questions.
Thank you for the presentation. Now let's proceed with the Q&A session. And to ask your questions to the company, please use the Q&A window. And just a reminder that you can submit your questions also anonymously as well. So the first question, what will be the process and incentives for current holders of bonds maturing on 25th September this year to acquire, convert into new issuance?
Okay, I can answer on that. Regarding the incentives for this bond, we have not included specific incentives, so the bondholders would roll it over. But I believe that the existing offer is attractive itself, and the investors can use their ability to exchange their current investments if they are satisfied with the conditions and see the value of investing with us.
Thank you. The next question is where I can see outstanding issued bonds for DelfinGroup, nominals with interest rates.
That information can be easily accessed on our webpage under the section funding, where it lists all the outstanding as well as previous bonds.
Thank you. And then question about current offering. So DelfinGroup bonds public offering covers existing loans. Why should investor believe in growth over 4 years?
Okay. Let's see if I understood correctly. Actually, for the bond investors, I guess it's more important that the company is stable and it has a good track record in covering existing liabilities. So they are sure that also going further in the company is able to service the debt, as well as if the company is able to meet the financial covenants that are prescribed in the bonds. Because frankly, to say for a bondholder in a situation where the company would be, let's say, in a high growth phase, it would be worse as a company is being stable.
Thank you. All questions are answered now. The recording of the webinar will be soon available online, and please follow DelfinGroup announcements to stay up to date with company's news. Thank you all for joining the call.
Thank you.
Thank you.